Water slowly fills from the city into this bucket and then has small openings into this sump, which is fed from an overflow drain here and here. These two overflow drains come from these two 10-gallon tanks. And water arrives at these tanks from this pipe, which fish can travel through. And this tank receives water from this, which only smaller fish can swim through. Just about no fish can swim through this one, and it's just there as a sort of emergency backup to make sure everything is level. It also feeds this overflow drain. One of the canister filters picks up from here, which draws more water through the whole system. Water from the sump is pumped to these grow beds, which are a mess right now because I don't have a large enough light to grow much that's substantial, so these are just things that will grow here until I get a big light. Here's some weekly growing cabbage. Stronger one over here by the window. There's a few tomato plants mixed in here. I've got one tomato. It's not enough light yet to do much. So, as I said, this is just placeholder plants. Anyhow, water fills the grow beds and then overflows into this tank and into this tank and this tank. This is where two goldfish have decided they want to hang out. I don't know why. I'm kind of worried they're sick. You can see... Can you see? So the big 4-inch pipe from over here also goes into these two tanks, and the 55-gallon behind this one, and more auto feeders, and oh, there it is. And there's another 4-inch pipe that connects these two. Oh, there's the loaches coming out of it right there. That pipe connects to 55 gallons. And these are the two returns from these two canister filters. One which is pulling from the last 10-gallon, and the other one which is pulling from all these tubes. And all those tubes pull any gas which may develop for any reason, from fish burping up air to minor leaks to potential hydrogen sulfide from the deepest little bits of substrate to air stones getting knocked out of place. Any air goes into those tubes from all the different critical siphons, the things that keep all these tanks at the same level and allow the fish to travel through them. They all go down to this manifold, which I can blast city water pressure through for various maintenance reasons, just for momentary high pressure clearing. And then from that manifold it goes to this canister filter, and that canister filter goes to a check valve before return, because there's also a connection to this diaphragm pump, which is on a timer coordinated with drip irrigation timers, and that goes outside and throughout the house regularly at different times during the day. And by doing that, it helps to make sure any air gets pulled out of this, because it pulls a lot harder than the canister filter does. I think that's everything. There's way too many goldfish. It's difficult to unload them. Oh, and this algae in the back tank, it's got direct sunlight, and there's some here too. One of the auto feeders for this tank I removed because no fish were swimming in there. There were feeders on every tank where there were fish, and then the fish just decided to move out, and so it took a couple days to find that there was food but no fish, and then I got this algae at the same time, but it's slowly going away since I removed that filter. The little pleco here, and there's another one. I don't see where it is right now. There's 3 little plecos, and none of them want to live in that back tank. I don't think there's anything in that back tank that eats algae, so it goes away very slowly. But it is unfortunate that I'm now trying to showcase this, and there's a problem with it, but it is what it is. Oh, so I guess I could show at least some of the plants that are fed. These all grow from drip irrigated fish tank water, as well as all of this. Well, okay, some of the ones on that rack haven't been, or that shelf haven't been hooked up, but everything else growing on fish water. There's mint and asparagus growing, and a number of potted plants. There's some watermelon out in front that I'm not going to walk out to go take a look at. All fed by those fish.